Welcome to the Romeo Theater. I'm John Romeo. On each show, we present a short movie and tell you a little bit about the story behind it.
From the spring of '68, those were the Travelers with their one big hit all the way to number 9 that year. Wow, has it really been that long? You know, that song holds a very special place in my heart. That Traveler song opened my very first show. Well, it's taken over 70 years, but major change has finally arrived at FLQ. They'll be talking about it down in Buxton's tomorrow morning, so I want to let you know now. A week from today, the FLQ you know and love, it just isn't going to be the same. Some fresh faces are coming in tomorrow. Folks who make a living turning around stations like ours. They bring a whole different perspective of what radio is and what it should be. Now, Daryl Jackson and I, we've bantered back and forth for years about this. And all that time I've told him, just like I tell all my friends, that real radio will never die. People like local voices. Someone who gives a little consistency to a life that's anything but. Now, you can replace your on-air folks with some pre-recorded programs, but what you lose is sometimes just too great to bear. And here's why, folks. Tonight will be my final show here. It's been 42 glorious years, and I have a lot to be thankful to the station for. I will forever be grateful to FLQ, and especially to you, my listeners. You are the ones who have made this life worth living. The phones are ringing off the hook today, and if you've got something you'd like to hear, call us here at the FLQ studios at 343-6215. But hey, in the meantime, let's get back into the music with this number from Terry Brown.
You alright? 1199 Weed Medical and you alright?
Yeah, hold it down. Go scare medical. Will somebody turn that music off?
My dad was born to be a DJ. He lived and breathed the music of the 1950s and 60s. He and I often had these talks about the future of radio.
Real radio will never die.
And a lot of the script is, line for line, things he said himself in those conversations.
It was your friend, your confidant, the soundtrack to your lives. And once you've lost that sense of community and what's important to you and your neighbors, well, you can never get that back.
When we were shooting, I didn't tell him anything about the storyline. I just gave him a script and stuck him in front of the mic. I didn't want him to know the story because I didn't want it to influence his performance. I just wanted him to be cool, laid back, his normal radio self.
Everything sounded awesome. Yeah, that sounds great, Dad.
Okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't until after his shots, when we broke out the fake blood, that I told him the whole story.
It just come out.
I was trying to push it out.
You don't ever see his full face in the film, but that's how radio is for the listener. You're just working off a voice, and your mind has to fill in the rest.
Now, I've got to be honest with you, it's been a bittersweet day for me.
About 3 months after this was shot, my dad came home after his shift at the station. He fell asleep and he never woke up. For a couple of years, I didn't know if this film would ever get finished. The footage I had was good, but not perfect. There couldn't be any reshoots. But it was important to me to finish what we started.
This has been more than a job for me, more than a hobby. It's been my life, and part of my heart and soul.
My biggest regret is that I didn't finish this film before he died. I know he would have gotten a real kick out of it. But I'm so glad that I have this footage of him, behind the mic, doing what he truly loved.
That's my good friend Shaun Irving, a longtime contributor to the show. Once again, thank you, Shaun. As always, you can email me at john@romeo-theater.com. You know I always love hearing from you. But today, the time has come for me to make an announcement. This is the second last episode of the Romeo Theater. The next show, show number 45, will conclude this series. So I hope to see you next time, one last time, here at the Romeo Theater.
Real radio will never die.